Hey, Alex from Swamp Rat Fishing here. Today's going to be the start of a new series here on the channel. It's going to be Tackle Tuesday. Hopefully come out 2 to 3 times a month, we'll see. Today we're going to talk about wacky worms. Just to be clear, I kind of do wacky worming a little bit different here. I'm in the South New Jersey area, and here, instead of just using a standard wacky hook on a spinning rod, what I do is this is the Mustad Elite wacky hook, 1/8 ounce, and I'm going to throw that on a medium bait casting setup. So here I use 2 different worms primarily. So my first and foremost that I use all the time can be the 6 cents clout worm. It's a great worm, great size. If we get done talking about it, I'll bring it down below and we're going to end up taking a look at it. But it's 5.4 inches, comes in a lot of excellent colors, everything that you expect from 6 cents, solid plastic, whole durability is really good. I mean, obviously not the best, but really good. And I use that in 3 different colors, and that's going to be dark water bug, really good for that semi-stained water. We get a little bit clearer, it's going to be dark water red, dark melon red. And then my number 1 favorite, again, we have really tannic water here in South Jersey, so it's going to be the June bug red. Either way, we'll take a look at them down below right now. Here we have the watermelon red. Again, this is going to be, for me here, this is going to be your cleaner water. Almost crystal clear. I'll throw this in anything where I've got great visibility. This is going to be my go-to for that one. This here's the dark watermelon bug. This one's going to have your June bug laminate with, this is coming out kind of black on this, but really it's a green pumpkin with a blue flake into it. This is going to be for my moderately stained water. This here's the June bug red. This color just released this year. This thing has been killer all year. It's got a solid, really dark purple color. Once it hits the water, it starts to lighten up a little bit. And then it's just got a lot of blues and reds and black flake mixed in there. I mean, this thing, get a better look at that color, but this thing's been killer. This has been my go-to. I just ran through my first shipment of all these and just put in another one. If you've got darker stained water, this one's the way to go. So again, all 3 of those, it's gonna be your standard, cast it out, let it sink. Sometimes I'll give a little action as it's dropping. Usually I'll just let it sink, then pop, reel up the slack, work it that way. I like to target areas with it and pick them apart. I don't fish this thing all the way back to the kayak. It's mostly just targeting areas, work it through a little bit through the area, and then reel it back in. Again, these guys are great. Not sponsored by anybody that I'm going to talk about in this video, but 6 cents is solid. These are great. 5.4 inches, comes in a pack of 10 for $4.99. A great worm. And then my second choice after that, so if they're not going to bite on that, and again, this is like my confidence go-to soft plastic. It's going to be the Missile Baits, the 48. This one has a little different shape, smaller profile than the clout, but almost like a lot more action. It's kind of weird how these are done. I'll show you down below how it looks, but as you pull it up, you can almost feel that thing quivering all the way up. And again, this one's a little more simpler for me. I only use 2 colors, watermelon red, and then primarily June bug. Again, in South Jersey, June bug, I think, is the most versatile color that we have here. At least where I fish, a lot of tannic water. I do fish some more open water, color-wise, but mostly tannic water. The June bug is king here. And this June bug's a little different from the other one. This one's a more black, less of the the purples come out. It's more of a purple flake, but a black plastic. So it has its uses. We'll take a look at those down below. So here's a Missile Baits 48. Definitely a different design than the other one. A little more bulbous on both the ends, then thins out. When this thing comes through the water, it's very much a, get it in the middle there. Especially when you're using that weighted hook. Also a nice thing, really easy to find the middle here. Because it does have a, there you go, you can see it right there. It says rig here. So you can literally just line it up dead center, float it through. This is watermelon red. Again, looking for a smaller profile, but maybe a little bit more action. This is what I'd go with. Then this is the June bug color of the 48. Again, this is what I caught my PB on last year. Not a huge PB, but this is it, right? I mean, with our tannic water here, this is primarily what I'm going with, these June bugs first. Great worm. So yeah, those are my two favorite wacky worms to use the way I do it. Again, I'm not doing it on a spinning rod, weightless, 1/8 ounce. Jig head is what I'm doing it on. And it's definitely my confidence bait. Got my PB on the June bug missile this last year and a half, basically since the clout came out. That's been my primary go-to. But either one's gonna work great. And let me know what you think. Definitely subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And let me know in the comments anything else you'd like to, maybe from these two companies or anybody else that you'd like to see me review. Thanks, you guys have a good one.